Hey guys, Kevin here with eTrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Inno Aero Crossbar roof rack on our 2022 Kia Carnival. So these aerodynamic crossbars are going to be a really great option for your Kia Carnival if you need to take any bike racks or anything like that you can't handle with your hitch. Maybe you're hauling a trailer in the back and you just don't have the room or capacity for it. You can throw your bike rack, your storage box, maybe your kayak carriers, anything like that right up on top. And then also with these raised rails, easily can slide back and forth to get that crossbar spread that you need. So our Inno Through podium feet here are going to come with a key and lock. That way nobody takes off with your crossbar here. But it's just a simple installation. All you have to do is just tighten down your strap that we got here that just easily flips under your raised rails for a simple maybe 5-10 minute installation. So if you're going to do any T-slot accessories here, all you're going to need to do is just pop off your end cap. There's a little just button you can press in, it'll pop right off. As you can see, we have our rubber strip in here. That just is going to cut down any wind noise, wind resistance that you might have. It's just going to allow the air just go right over your crossbar. These can be cut down to length or even, have sections cut out depending on what kind of roof rack accessory that you're using. But these crossbars are also great for roof rack accessories that clamp on. As you can see, we already got our Inno Aero Crossbars installed on the front here. Let me show you how we put this together. So we're going to start out, we got a crossbar, we have our feet, and then we have our covers with our locks, and then also our end caps for our crossbar. So to start, we'll flip this over. We're going to slide this piece back and then push this button down and push it back just a little bit further, because here's where your feet are going to set. So it's got these brackets right here. This front bracket here is going to drop right into this hole, and your back bracket here will sit right up against that. So we'll drop that right into place, and then we're just going to pull it back, and this will keep it from coming off. We can push that far back for now, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side over here. And now that we have that on, we can go ahead and just pop in our end caps here as well. And now we can throw it up on the raised rails. All right, so with our Inno crossbars here, you're going to notice that one side is a little bit fatter than the other. We're going to be having that fatter side be facing towards the front of the vehicle. So when we set them up, we want to make sure that we're facing it that way. And then also, since you are using a strap here to put this on, you may want to have somebody on the other side just so that they can grab it and get it under the rails. But we're just going to go ahead and throw it on here. And then put our other side in place and hook in our strap. So one thing that you're going to need to make sure to do is to make sure that your bar is evenly spaced on both sides. So we just use this little line right here in the trim as a reference point, and then I just measured 6 inches from that and put up our crossbar. The next thing that you'll have to do is check out your crossbar space. So the crossbar spread is going to be the center of one crossbar to the next. For our purposes today, we're going to be putting up a 30-inch crossbar spread, but obviously since these are raised rails and this easily just slides back and forth, you can do whatever crossbar spread you need for whatever application you're using. So we'll measure 30 inches. So we need to go back about 3 inches here, which this is where it's helpful to have a second set of hands, help guide you in place. Oh, too far. So right about there. Now I'm going to go on the other side, get that set up and put in place. All right, so now that we got our feet in place with our crossbars, we're going to make sure that the crossbar is actually centered on the rail here and that both sides have the same amount of length coming off. I already measured the front here, and we had about a 2 1/4 inch extension from the feet. So I'm going to do the same You can also just kind of eyeball it from the front of your vehicle or back if you didn't feel like getting out the tape measure. But now that I got this centered where I want it, all I have to do is just take this little knob here and just twist it clockwise, and that will tighten down this strap. And you're gonna wanna make sure that you go kind of back and forth, make sure that you're tightening both sides equally, that way one side doesn't start kind of coming crooked here and then tighten down wrong, and then your crossbar is not properly secured. So the final step here is to place our cover with our lock. One thing I do want to note is that you make sure that you have your latch here just facing down. If you got it facing off to the side or something like that, this won't fit. So we got it on there. We'll simply pop that into place. Take our keys that came with it, and then it's all locked down. Nobody's going to take off with your crossbars. My overall impression of this roof rack here, definitely a great option, definitely a little bit lower on the cost range here compared to like your Thule or your Yakima. And you're still going to get a great premium design here. One thing I really do like though is how the feet attach to the crossbar. Super easy, just slips in and then slides back. You don't have to tighten anything down or mess with any tools or anything like that. It just simply goes together. The only tool that you need is just your key to unlock your cover. That'll complete your installation of the Inno Aero Crossbar roof rack for our 2022 Kia Carnival.